welcome back to the previous YouTube channel for another match, and this is a very special match because today is the first time that we will be bringing you a battle of our Wi-Fi League. And so first of all, I want to give huge shout outs to Masterjoful, whose perspective I have today. So he was nice enough to stream his match to me, where I can actually follow it, and this is gonna be nice. And yeah, we are gonna have the perspective of Masterjoful today, as he is taking on FinalGambitShedinja in their week 4 match. And as you can see right now, these guys are trying to connect to each other, so we shall see how this goes. I'm sure they're gonna find each other any moment, and that's when we will be back for this. All right, looks like these guys finally managed to connect to each other. Let's go, and there we do have the matchup. So for Masterjoful, we do have Masterjoful, which is his signature. Then we got Cloister, which apparently is holding a King's Rock, Rotom Heat with leftovers, not heavy-duty boots, notably. Clodsire with Black Sludge, Spiritomb, and the Bishop, of course, with the access to the Eviolite. Very interesting. Then for FinalGambitShedinja, we do have Gastrodon, Landorus, Therian, Annihilate. Then we got Mismagius, which is FinalGambitShedinja's signature. We got Pyroar, that's very nice. And then we got Urshifu. I think that's the water Urshifu, by the way. So I'm just gonna write these teams down really quickly so that I will not forget them. As Gil likes to point out, I'm 107 years old, so I can't actually remember these things, so I will have to write them down, but that's gonna be good. All right, Landorus is the last one. All right, cool. So yeah, let me have a quick look at the matchup. So first things first, I think the Cloister, it's gonna have an issue with the Urshifu because it can't really touch it. So, and it's also Urshifu is pretty physically bulky, so that's going to be a problem for Masterjoful early on, I believe. But maybe late game, I guess Urshifu is not going to be at full health for the entire battle, probably. And then again, Urshifu, I think the Clodsire on Joful's part might be, if it is water absorb, a good counter. But yeah, there we do already see the lead matchup. We do have Clodsire from Masterjoful against the Landorus Therian. Now, of course, that's not something that Masterjoful can be happy with. And yeah, we see he immediately makes the switch into Rotom. But yeah, I mean, Final Gambit could do anything here, really. He doesn't fear the Clodsire whatsoever, like not at all. So he's probably either gonna lay up some Stealth Rocks. I doubt he's just... I mean, he could also just Earthquake, of course. That would be playing it safe, just to check if Masterjoful is going to be greedy, but he is not, as we know. So he's going to go into the Rotom, as the Rotom gets yelled at by Landorus. All right, he does go for the Earthquake. All right, that's a nice, safe play, nothing wrong with it. But, of course, now Joful does have the advantage, and he gets to go for a Will-O-Wisp here. And yeah, so I think the switch into Gastrodon for FinalGambitShedinja here would be pretty obvious, right? Like, it's a good one to deal with Rotom. Rotom can't really do anything to it without hidden power, and yeah, that's what I'm expecting him to do. So he's gonna eat the burn here in all likelihood. He does indeed go into Gastro. So yeah, he's gonna take the burn here, but normally the burn doesn't really bother Gastrodon that much because it likes to be especially offensive, right? At least that's what I believe. And then he could go for Stealth Rocks or Spikes here, whatever he has. Like Gastro gets all the hazards now. And yeah, now Joful has to think what he wants to switch into this thing. Like, yeah, he's currently looking at Spiritomb, which is interesting. Could also go into Mesprit, probably. Probably doesn't want to go into Bisharp, I guess. Yeah, he's got the Energy Ball on Mesprit as well, so I think that's looking like a possibility. But right now he's going into Cloister. Interesting, very aggressive. So yeah, this Cloister is carrying the King's Rock. Masterjoful was very frustrated. He wasn't able. He's been running that thing with King's Rock every week and has not yet managed to get a single flinch with it. So maybe today is the day where his luck will turn around. But we do see the yawn on Gastrodon. Interesting. No hazards yet on neither side. Neither the Lando nor the Gastro did click them. So yeah, I mean, Joful has to switch out again here. Obviously, he doesn't want his Cloister to fall asleep. But yeah, he could go into Spiritomb just because I think Spiritomb, Yawn being a normal move, Spiritomb should be immune to it. So that's a very sensible play in my book, at least. Yeah, nothing much really happened so far. Whole lot of switching. And all that really happened was the burn on the Gastrodon so far. I think should FinalGambitShedinja decide to put up these Stealth Rocks here if he has them, that could hugely benefit him just because the Rotom will take so much damage on switch in. And I don't think Joful has a way to get rid of them. He doesn't. So yeah, that would be huge for him if he would manage to get these rocks up. But he switches out, interestingly. So that's really very surprising. And he goes into Urshifu. So this Urshifu really doesn't want to take on the Spiritomb. It could get burned. Alright, so yeah, he doesn't know it, but this Urshifu can't really... this Spiritomb, I should say, can't really take on the Urshifu. But... yeah, what does he do? Like, if he is Water Absorb, of course he could go into Clodsire, probably, maybe, I don't know. But other than that, yeah, what does he switch into the Water move now? That's gonna be an issue. Yeah, he's looking at the Mesprit now, but that's gonna be a problem. Like, Mesprit probably doesn't take two of these Water moves. Like, what's the item? Is that a Focus Sash? Don't really know. Yeah, he's having a think here. So that leads me to believe that he's not, in fact, Water Absorb on the Clodsire. And once again, yeah, FinalGambitShedinja is switching out, which makes a lot of sense to me because he doesn't know that this Spiritomb really can't do anything to Urshifu. So yeah, he decided to play it safe and switch out. So this is interesting. Now Masterjoful has this matchup he wanted initially, like he switched the Cloister into Gastrodon earlier. Now they entered the match at the same time, but now he decides to switch out again. That's interesting to me. Yeah, because he sees the Yawn coming again. But yeah, now he could go into Spiritomb. But still, as soon as FinalGambitShedinja realizes that Spiritomb really can't do much to it, he could go into that again. So yeah, this is an awkward battle. A whole lot of switching so far. Interesting. Now he's going into Clodsire on the Gastro. Interesting. So I wonder if he's gonna click Yawn again. If he does, Joful will probably just switch out again. But he should really think about putting up hazards. No, so he does go for the Yawn again. And we haven't seen another move yet from the Gastro. We know it's leftovers. Interesting. Very, very interesting match. So the Bisharp is really nice, the Violet Bisharp for Masterjoful to potentially deal with this Mismagius, because we don't know if it's not like Terra fighting, then Bisharp should be a really good answer to it, which is nice. But yeah, we don't, as I said. All right, once again, he switches out the Gastro. And I think Joful should put up some hazards here if he can. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he goes for the Stealth Rocks. I think, honestly, I think that's worth it. Like, something was gonna go asleep eventually. It's not much he can do. And at least now he gets some residual damage on some of the stuff that comes in repeatedly. But still, I think Shedinja would benefit from the rocks even more than Joful does. And yeah, now we see the Annihilate. Now, Annihilate could potentially be a huge problem if it starts setting up now, right? Oh, it goes for Haunt while the Klotzar is asleep. Yeah, that's just wasting a sleep turn, honestly. That's interesting. Like he could just go into Rotom and burn it. That's what I think as well. Interesting. Yeah, it's really crazy how little has happened, honestly, up to this point. I think nothing really took any damage so far. They are dancing around each other with these switches here, and all that really happened was a completely irrelevant burn on the Gastrodon, which really doesn't hurt it in the long run. All it does really is negate leftovers damage and potentially weaken an Earthquake, I guess. All right, it is bulk up. He really should have bulked up in the first place. That would have been really uncomfortable for Masterjoful now, but now he can just burn it. Yeah, he didn't think for a second because it's obviously the right play now. So let's see if he decides to stay in here. That's gonna be trouble, because he also knows. Yeah, he knows he's got the Will-O-Wisp. So he really should now. Oh, he doesn't even go into Gastro. Ah, he predicts the Willow goes into the Firemon. Interesting. But Gastro would be so free, and now he takes the Stealth Rocks damage, right? Yeah. So he's not heavy duty boots. So I wonder why he didn't just go. He must not have Stealth Rocks on Gastrodon, because that would be so free. I don't understand why he would not try to go for that. All right, Hyper Voice, just around half. That's very decent damage. But yeah, now Masterjoful is making some progress here because of these Stealth Rocks he managed to put out. So that's really something that FinalGambitShedinja is missing here. All right, and now we do see the Cloyster. Well, fun fact, I don't think Cloyster lives a Hyper Voice if Shedinja decides to stay in here. Like if he switches out into Gastro, he can't yawn it anymore. That's going to be a problem. But yeah, let's see. I don't think like Cloyster has like really close to 0 special defense. That's insane, and also doesn't have a lot of HP, so it's just gonna drop to choice specs Hyper Voice. We do expect Pyro to be choice specs here. At least I do, because it took the Stealth Rocks damage. So yeah, let's see it. He's thinking, and he decides to go for Hyper Voice. This will kill. Yeah, that's what I mean. Cloyster really has no special defense. So yeah, he loses to Cloyster. But to be honest, looking at the moveset, it can't really damage the Urshifu either way, so it wasn't going to be the most valuable mon for him anyway. So the Mesprit, honestly, is looking really nice against the team. Is this... No, it's not. It's not Assault Vest. Assault Vest would be really nice because it also can take a hit from Mismagius better. And yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be a rough for Joful now, honestly. The matchup is looking rough because the Spiritomb can't really sweep as long as Urshifu is around. But it could maybe if he somehow loses the Urshifu. Alright, there we do see the Mesprit. So Mesprit is really good in this match, I think. But the item is weird to me. So we do see it was... I think that's a Focus Sash. That's an interesting item on Mesprit, I must say. I wonder what he was thinking with that. All right, we do see another Hyper Voice. So yeah, Jesus Christ, that's definitely specs. Oh, he misses the mystical power. That's super unfortunate. Ah, he's gonna be mad about that. Yeah, he's taking a little break to get mad. But yeah, I can definitely understand it. That was very unlucky. That should have been a dead Pyroar, and now he's gonna lose this Mesprit. There's really nothing he can do, I think. Like he could... It is choice specs, I'm pretty sure, so he could go into Spiritomb. But maybe that's what he should do, because... Yeah, saving Mesprit, I agree, is a good idea. He could probably drop the Rotom, I guess, I would think. But yeah, he decides to go into Spiritomb, which is the right play. I'm pretty sure this is Specs Pyroar. It's gonna be Specs. And now he gets a Calm Mind off. FinalGambitShedinja in all likelihood is going to be reluctant to switch into Urshifu on Spirit Tomb. So he could get off a couple of calm mines here probably. Because he's going to go into something like, I don't know. He's got an issue with this. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Maybe if Shedinja loses the Urshifu somehow, it could be this could be a win out for Masterjoful, but it's going to be tough. Chat 4. Interesting. So yeah, that's Lando. All right, so there Joful gets the switch he wanted. So he goes into Rotom here. That's going to be good for him. Now he gets to fire off another Will-O-Wisp. The problem with Rotom is that really there is nothing that FinalGambitShedinja is fearing from it as long as he has Gastrodon. So he can always just go into that. So that's what we are expecting here, or at least I do. But let's see what Joful decides to do. Is he predicting the switch out here into Gastro? Yeah, he does. All right, yeah, and he makes the double switch into Mesprit. Very nice play. So that's, yeah, there we do see the Gastrodon. That's a very, very nice play by Joful, because he has to be aggressive now. He's definitely on the back foot here, and he needs to make something happen to claw his way back into this match. And that's exactly what we see him doing here. Our last season playoff participant in the threats division. He's also been the long-time frontrunner last season. All right, there we do see finally some aggressive plays here. We do see the Mesprit. Now let's see if Shedinja is going to be scared here, or if he's just... No, he is not. He actually falls for the energy ball, and that's going to... Oh, that's not going to kill. Interesting. But he's going to live the Ice Beam, pretty sure. Yeah, Mesprit is a pretty big boy. So he's going to live that. And now he gets to go for the Mystical Power. Because maybe he will do something crazy, like switch into... I don't know. Nah. But yeah, he gets rid of the Gastrodon, which is very, very nice for Rotom. So yeah, that's going to be huge for Joful. He had to get rid of this Gastrodon, and now he did. All right, he goes for Mystical Power for the special attack raise. And the Gastrodon is no more. Interesting. And Mesprit gets the attack raise. I don't anticipate it to matter here because we are going to see the Mismagius now. But maybe he's like, I think this might be Terra Normal. I remember him mentioning something about that. Like, that would be huge for him if he managed to catch the Mismagius off guard here with Terra Normal on the Shadow Ball. That would be very nice. Because, yeah, what would Shedinja go into now? It's tough. Like, probably the most reliable thing to outspeed would be the Mismagius. Probably, he could also go into Urshifu, but since he knows the Mesprit is not scarfed. But, he goes into Pyro instead, yeah. But what Joful can do now is he could go into the Clodsire and sack it. Yep, that's what he's gonna do. And then he will see what the Pyro is locking itself into. And then it can't come back in again. Like, if he's gonna go for Hyper Voice now, for example, then he's gonna have a problem. Because then he can just switch into Spiritomb and the... Oh, he's going for Fire Blast. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, Jesus Christ, 40% to Clodsire. That's so specs. All right, Clodsire could potentially wake up here. It's possible. And he doesn't have anything he wants to switch into here, yeah. So yeah, let's see it. If he wakes up here, that's going to be huge. Or if he misses a Fire Blast, that's also going to be huge for Joful. So this battle is very interesting. It's very, very close. All right, he switches out the Pyro. So Pyro is dead now, unless he has Defog on Lando, but I don't think he does. All right, we do see, interestingly, the Mismagius. All right, so this has to be threatening for Joful. But on the other hand, like, the Klotzer doesn't care at all if the Miss Magius sets up on it, because obviously it is unaware. So yeah, but it depends. So it has Toxic and Earthquake, so it really can only touch it with the Toxic. If this is like Subcombined Miss Magius, then it will win against this Clodsire. Let's see it. He's Terraing. Oh, if it's Terra Steel, this would also be huge. Let's see it. What is it? Damn it, I hope this is... What is this? Please tell me you're... Is this... Oh, so this is... Looks like it's gonna be Terra Poison, and that's huge! That's huge! Alright, so this can't be touched at all by Clodsire. Wow, great Terra typing on Shedinja's part, and this is a huge threat now. Alright, Joful has to make something happen here. Now, this is already one Calm Mind up. It's gonna get a second as well. It's gonna outspeed... Yeah, but the Bisharp is a very good answer to it now, isn't it? Because I don't think it gets anything to really touch the Bisharp, so it doesn't get a fighting move. It might get something like Mystical Fire, but that would only give Bisharp a +2 boost thanks to the Defiance. So yeah, that's let's see what he does. So, oh, he goes into Spiritomb. Interesting. So that's basically a sack on the Spiritomb. But yeah, Spiritomb doesn't really do anything to Urshifu, I guess. He's gonna go for another Calm Mind. Wow, the switch into Bisharp would have been huge there. So I'm not sure, like at +6, I'm not sure if Bisharp can deal with this Miss Magius, but we shall see. And he's gonna try to Calm Mind up alongside it. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. We shall see. It's definitely an idea that will take a long time. So that's one thing we definitely know. But yeah, we know that the Gastro is dead and the Pyro is also dead, thanks to the Stealth Rocks. And now we're gonna see a Wi-Fi Calm Mind War. That's what I'm here for. Let's see this be like 200 turns Jules versus Gil style. Yeah, this is a problem now for Masterjoful. He's trying to rest up, but that's going to be in vain. So he does have Dazzling Gleam. Interesting. All right. So yeah, but this is going to be the best move to hit Bisharp, and with Eviolite, Bisharp is easily going to take this and like knockoff plus Sucker Punch, or Night Slash plus Sucker Punch, I guess. Yeah, that's going to do the trick. Yeah, I guess Iron Head would be more optimal in this situation. Iron Head plus Sucker Punch, that's going to do the trick. And this is going to beat this Miss Magius, I'm pretty sure. Because if he's... What, oh, is he going for Sword Stance now? Yeah, maybe... This is so aggressive, but it makes sense, I suppose. Alright, so the Spiritomb died to Miss Magius. And yeah, let's see. Bisharp with Eviolite. That's so great. That's a great addition to Bisharp's viability, because it's so bulky now, or it can be. And it's definitely gonna live the... Yeah, he withdraws it. Interesting. Oh, let's see him go into Lando. No, he goes into Rage Quit. Oh, that's the Annihilate, right? Yeah, well... So the thing is, Joful really wants to keep this, because... Just because of the Miss Magius. It's such a good answer to it. But I think he's gonna be prone to try to stay in here. Yeah, but he should... So he's going for Night Slash by the looks of it, but Iron Head would be stronger. Yeah, he's checking for it. All right, he's gonna try to take this out. It's not gonna live a Drain Punch. All right, yeah, that was... He shouldn't have risked that probably, but hindsight is 20/20, as we all know. All right, Bisharp goes down. taken out by the Annihilate. And yeah, this is gonna be tough to win now, just because Urshifu just clicks the water move now and wins, basically. So yeah, I think at this point, the Urshifu was a huge problem to begin with, because like Cloyster couldn't touch it, the Bishop couldn't touch it, the Spiritomb couldn't touch it. So yeah, it was always going to be a problem. The Clodsire really can't touch it as well, at least not good enough. And yeah, that's going to be a huge issue now. This Annihilate is cleaning house right now, but even if it wouldn't, the Urshifu would just clean up. So yeah, this match is all over, I think. Now he could try to burn it if he's faster with this Rotom, which is possible. But even then, now the Ghost move is going to be really strong because it already took a couple of hits, I think. Oh, he's going for Taunt. Very smart on FinalGambitShedinja's part. So there is no Willow for you, and now he can just Drain Punch. Yeah, Annihilate is such a beast when it gets going. That's really cool to see. Let's see what he does. If he goes like for Overheat, that's gonna be... It's gonna be GG either way, I think. Yeah, he's going for Overheat. And he goes for Rage Fist. Yeah, which is gonna get stronger and stronger now. I think this, yeah, Annihilate is such a big boy. So he's gonna live that. He's also gonna live another hit, and I don't think Clodsire can switch into it. So it's gonna sweep this game and gonna take the win for FinalGambitShedinja, who didn't have a good start to the season, but is now making a very good comeback. And I think Masterjoful still has a very good record. Like, he's been doing well so far. So nothing too bad happening for him here. I think it's a good thing for him that he's taken out by this Rage Fist, because yeah, it would have just boosted it even more with the weak Volt Switch here. And yeah, now we do see the Clodsire, which is still asleep, unfortunately, by the annoying Gastrodon, which FinalGambitShedinja had. And yeah, he's gonna try for Toxic here. He's probably gonna wake up. Let's see if he can live a hit by this boosted Rage Fist. Yeah, he can indeed. All right, and it's gonna wake up and it's gonna get off the Toxic. And that's gonna be not enough. That's too little too late, unfortunately, because it's gonna die next turn to the next Rage Fist. And with that, yeah, that was a GG. Wow, the miss on the Mystical Power was definitely very unfortunate for Joful here. He's gonna be very unhappy about that, but other than that, it was a very nice game. Very slow start with lots of switching around as both guys were trying to figure out each other's sets. But yeah, it definitely picked up the pace in the later stage of the game. And this Annihilate is gonna break through in the end here, deciding the game for FinalGambitShedinja. So GG guys, I hope you had fun. I definitely did, and yeah, Masterjoful still has a good record. FinalGambitShedinja can definitely use this win. And Pearl Clan and the Wi-Fi League is gonna stay very, very close. Guys, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.